Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Sarah. Thanks for joining me today for this quick 10-minute abs workout. This routine is ideal for anybody who's short on time or just wants to get a quick workout in. It is really hot here in England today, so I decided I was going to do the workout in the garden. So I hope you enjoy the change of scenery. You're not going to need any equipment, but do make sure you've got space around you to be able to move freely. As always, listen to your body. If something doesn't feel right, we stop. But whenever you're ready, let's begin. We're going to be starting in an all fours position. So hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Keep your elbows soft and the head in line with the spine. On your next out breath, draw the navel up, so engage your core. We're going to start with a cat and cow. So as you next breathe out, tuck your tailbone under, press the floor away from you and nod your chin. That takes you into the cat. And then we're lifting the tailbone to allow the rib cage to sink down. And we lift the chin as we go into the cow. And we're going to keep this going. Nice and smooth movement as we ripple through the spine from flexion to extension. We're going to come back to neutral. So straighten out the spine. Keep the navel up towards the spine and now tuck the toes under, gently lift the knees just so the shins are level with the floor. Now lower the knees and release the toes. And repeat, toes, knees, knees and toes. Exhale as you lift your knees. Make sure that you keep your spine straight and you keep your elbows soft. You should be able to feel this around your waist. So just activating the core muscles, your transverse abdominis in particular. That's a belt of muscle that runs around your waist. Now pause at the centre, keep the knees lifted and twist the hips from side to side, lowering them down close to the floor as you can. Keep the spine straight, feel the stretch around the outside of the body, into the hips. Use your core. Keep your tummy button towards the spine. Breathe. Just a couple more. And then we're going to come back to centre and lower the knees, release the toes and sit back on your heels, reaching your arms forward. Breathe nice and deeply. And come back up into all fours and then to seated. You're going to pop your feet down on the floor, so legs in a crook position. That's knees and feet hip width apart. Sit tall. Relax your shoulders, but lift the breastbone, chin level with the ground. You can hold the back of your legs and take a breath in. Then exhale, draw the navel in, slowly lower the rib cage, lean back slowly and hold. Reach forward with your arms and now raise your right foot and then your left foot. Bring the chest forward every time you lift one of your feet. Lean back when you replace your foot. Widen out the same side arm as the foot you lift, but keep your chest facing forward and really use your core. Brilliant. Exhale up, inhale back. Now lean back and pause briefly. Because when we go again, we're now going to turn the chest sideways. So as you open up your right arm, for example, turn the chest to the right, alternating sides. Just lifting the feet so the shins are level with the floor. Never force the body. Just go slowly and controlled. 2 more. And then we can come up to seated tall. Lift the arms. Breathe in. Lengthen out the legs. Flex your ankles. Exhale, draw the navel in, around the spine, lean back and enjoy a full body stretch. Pop your feet on the floor, keep the knees and feet hip width apart. Place your hands behind your head, elbows in your peripheral vision. Take a breath in. Exhale, engage and lift the back of the head and the shoulders. Let's do some simple sit-ups. Just lifting and lowering the back of the head and the shoulders. There's been a gap between the chin and the chest as you come up. Just locking the elbows in place. Really getting the core connection with the lower abs. Let's pulse this out here. Really draw the navel in. We're going to hold the head and shoulders up. Come up onto the tiptoes. Draw your right knee in. Then place the toes down and swap legs. So a hinge at the hip. keeping a 90-degree angle at the knees. Keep your head relaxed in your hands and try and get a nice rhythm going with those foot taps, or toe taps as these are known. We're going to keep the head and shoulders lifted, but we're going to add opposite elbow to knee. So a little twisting movement. Bringing in the side of the body now, so getting back into the obliques. Make sure you keep the core connection. Breathe. Last couple. Keep the shins level with the floor and the head and shoulders lifted. Bring your arms round by your side with the palms facing up. Just float them there. And now you're going to tap your toes down at the same time, keeping the knees and feet together. As you tap your toes down, press your lower back gently towards the floor. This is called imprinting, and it helps with pelvic stability. You can really feel your core muscles tighten. Let's keep it going and reach the arms around and back towards the ears. Keep your head and shoulders lifted and nice and still. Make sure that your head and shoulders are lifted enough that you're looking at your knees and not to the sky. Exhale, tap. Inhale back. Just a couple more. And then you can hold your knees, give them a squeeze. Just give yourself a little breather. We're going to stay in supine. Relax your head down, place your hands under the back of the pelvis and raise the legs vertically. Flex your ankles. We're going to do some stepping. So you can start with either leg. You bring one knee in and then lengthen out the leg, taking the toe to the heel and making your way down towards the floor. We're going to go the other way as well. So bend the knee, extend the leg, heel to toe, climbing our way back to the top. Going to keep this going. Of course, we need to use our core muscles, use your abdominals. So when you lower the legs down towards the floor, you can keep your pelvis still. So remember, you can use the imprinting technique, pressing the lower back gently towards the floor as you lower your legs down. This will make you use your tummy muscles as opposed to pulling on the lower back. Remember to breathe. We're going to go one more time, all the way down. Good. Bit of precision. Go as low to the floor as you can, and then make your way back up, bringing the legs back to vertical. You should feel a good stretch down the back of the legs there as well. We're going to stay with the legs vertical, point the toes. Now very slowly and carefully lower the legs towards the ground. Pressing the lower back gently down to really squeeze those abdominals and keep the pelvis still. Exhale, lower. Inhale to come back up. Just lower the legs as close to the floor as you can, but remember never to force any movement. This is quite challenging. We're really getting into the hip flexors here as well. One more, and then we'll bring the legs back and give the knees a squeeze. Just take a moment. And then from here, if you just rock yourself up to a seated position, keep the knees and feet together. Place your hands down slightly behind you and lengthen out the spine. Bring your knees in, lengthen out the legs diagonally and point the toes. Now we're going to make circles, anti-clockwise and then clockwise. And this movement is coming from the hips, but really use your core muscles to help you to control this movement. Keep your body still, make the circles as big as you can. A really challenging exercise for the abdominal muscles. We'll relax it there and come to seated tall. Feet down, knees and feet hip width apart, or reach forward with your arms. Take a breath in. Exhale, draw the navel in and slowly roll down into a full body stretch. On your next exhale, raise your arms and then your head and shoulders. Lift the right leg and reach for the knee. Come back down and do the same with the left leg. Keep this going. As you raise your head and shoulders, keep a gap between the chin and the chest. You're gently rounding the shoulders forward, and as you raise the leg up, try and straighten out the spine. So, head and shoulders up first, then lift the breastbone. You can start to reach towards the ankle to come up a little bit more. Really feel that work in the core muscles. Always go slowly and controlled and never jerk the body up. Make sure you're using the strength of your core. Last one. Relax it all down, stretch it out, and bring your arms down by your sides. Let's stretch out the abdominals a bit here by just gently opening up the rib cage. Try and squeeze the shoulder blades gently towards each other and hold this position. Breathe. And relax down, take your arms overhead and flex your ankles. And then we're going to come up to seated, just using the roll up. Bring yourself down onto your left side. So lengthen out the legs in line with the body. Make sure your chest and pelvis are facing forward and that your hips are stacked. Draw your navel in towards your spine and hold it there. Bring your bottom arm around to the front with the palm facing down, top hand behind the head, and tilt the top hip backwards. Just start by raising the top leg up and then slowly down. Exhaling up, inhale down. You're then going to gently press your elbow into the floor as you raise the leg, and this will lift your upper body just slightly. You don't need to come up very high at all to feel the squeeze around the outside of your waist. So now we're getting into the obliques. You can improve your technique by really thinking about lifting your breastbone up here whilst pressing into the floor gently with your elbow. Last one. Let's bend the knees, carefully come back to seated and sweep the legs around the front towards the other side. So you're going to come down onto your right, lengthen out the legs, and then remember to stack the hips, draw your navel in, and then just bring the bottom arm around the front with the palm facing down, top hand behind your head. It's important to tip the top hip backwards before you begin so that when you raise your leg up and you start to press into the floor with your elbow, you're feeling the squeeze around the outside of the waist toward the front and not the back of your body. So remember, exhale up, inhale down. As you press into the floor with your elbow, think about lifting your breastbone up to the sky just to help with your technique. Well done. Just a couple more. And breathe. And you can relax. Let's take ourselves onto our backs and again have a full body stretch. Take those arms overhead, point the toes, flex your ankles. Breathe in, reach your arms up, exhale, engage the core, roll the shoulders forward and come up to seated. And that brings us to the end of the session. I really hope you enjoyed it. It was a quick one, but a challenging one all the same. Remember to give the video a like and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you again soon.